Hello everyone, thanks for tuning into today's video. We're going to have a look at the weather for the first week of October in today's video, or perhaps towards the end of the first week of October. There's quite an interesting sort of signal in the models this morning that we may see some warmer weather coming up in the first week of October, or at least for the latter stages of the first week of October. We might bring up a southerly drift of air. How long it lasts, I'm not sure about. But we may get a few days of slightly warmer weather as we go towards the end of the first week of October. Now I just want to talk about the advertising. That'll usually be a video ad overlaying my web videos at gazweathervids.com. Please play those video ads. You'll be supporting gazweathervids.com by doing that. So what we're going to start off with is the 500 millibar height anomaly charts from the ECMWF here on the left and the GFS on the right. Now 500 millibars, 80,000 feet is an important area in the atmosphere because that's where we've got high pressure and low pressure, and it's really as those high pressure and low pressure areas are moved around by the jet stream running above that we get weather. It's obviously more complicated than that. That's the basic gist of the idea. So these lines here are indicating where the jet stream is, and the colours are indicating height, temperature at 500 millibars, 80,000 feet. The blue colours indicating below average temperatures or low pressure, and the orange and red colours indicating above average temperatures, and that consequently is where we've got the high pressure. Now what I want you to focus on with this is this big blue area here in the middle of the Atlantic. That is a trough in the 500 millibar flow, and we can see that the lines here are associated with this trough are sinking southwards around the trough, as they always do, and then they're pushing back northwards again. That's basically what is going on here, is that the jet stream is splitting and causing this trough, and then it's going back north, and it's running north of the country, and the result of that is to start to build a ridge to the south and the east of the country in association with these orange colours. And it's that ridge, I think, that could bring up some warmer air from the south and the southwest at the end of the first week of October. This is looking more around the 5th to say around the 8th or 9th of October. Beyond that, it's difficult to say what will happen, but certainly 2 or 3 days possible here. And some really quite warm weather. Now this is the GFS height anomaly charts. Again, it's very soon. We've got this trough forming in the flow. We've got the lines digging south around the trough, so the jet stream is diving southwards, and then it pushes back northwards again, and the ridge is building to the southeast in association to that trough, splitting the jet stream in the Atlantic. Now we've got complications with this because we have got above average heights still over Greenland. This is something we've seen quite a bit through September. It's a reason it's been so wet, and it's going to be a cold September. It's going to be the coldest September probably since 1994, so the coolest September for 18 years. And the main reason for that is that we've had this ridge over Greenland, as we did on and off throughout the summer actually, and this ridge could well run this low pressure in and cause the ridge in the continent to collapse actually. So this is all on a bit of a knife edge really. It's not a perfect situation to get a southerly wind, but nevertheless for a few days there is the signal that we may warm things up. So this is the GFS temperature ensemble for the upper atmosphere. We can see that for the rest of September, which is here, we're basically below average, and we're going to be bobbing around the average, but it's really from the 4th or 5th of October that these lines will push above the red line. The red line, remember, is the average seasonal normal. Many of the lines going above that red line and staying above the red line for quite a few days, certainly to around the 9th, possibly the 10th or the 11th, and then a lot of scatter starts to take place, but many of the lines dip back again, and notice these precipitation spikes come back at the end of the ensemble, so we get this drier period here from around the 5th through to around the 9th. Then the precipitation spikes come back, and before that we've got a lot of precipitation to come as well. So this probably isn't going to last too long, probably 3 or 4 days maybe, that's somewhat warmer, drier weather. Temperature anomalies for the next week, Friday the 28th to the 5th of October. We just seem to bring some pinks here into the far south of the country. That's above average temperatures. Mainly over the next week, temperatures will be around or just a little bit below average probably. But this is just indicated, but as we get towards the end of that period, around the 4th, 5th, we start to bring up that warmer air. So having a look at the reason why this is happening for Jetstream, we can see that at the moment, or this is for Monday the 1st actually of October, we're bringing that Jetstream more or less in across the British Isles, so it's unsettled and temperatures are around normal. But look what's happened by the time we get through to Saturday the 6th. There's the Jetstream coming out of Newfoundland. It's diving southwards then through the Atlantic. There's the trough setting up there around the Jetstream as it dives southwards. That's where the trough will be, and then the Jetstream pushes back north again and runs to the north and the west of the country, and to the south of that Jetstream running to the north and west. That's where we're getting the ridge of high pressure building across the continent, bringing up that southerly flow, which will be quite a bit warmer. So this is the actual chart for Saturday the 6th of October. There's the trough in the Atlantic in association with the Jetstream diving southwards. This is the ridge across Europe, and notice, look, we're in this southerly flow, south to southwesterly flow, coming from a long way south. If you follow the lines down, they're coming from south of Spain, North Africa, and the tropical Atlantic. So this is warm air being pulled up northwards. But as I say, we have got the complication of this. We've still got high pressure over Greenland and Iceland. And that high pressure, if it stays there, it will almost certainly allow this low pressure eventually to run in across the country, and the ridge over Europe will collapse. So this probably doesn't go on too long. In fact, by Monday the 8th of October, that's already starting to happen. We've still got the ridge of high pressure. This is 10 days away, so it's a long way away, but we've still got the ridge of high pressure there up over Greenland and Iceland. We're beginning to run the low pressure in from the Atlantic. The trough is getting closer towards us, and this ridge over Europe is starting to show signs of beginning to slip away to the east. ECMWF very similar. This is Saturday the 6th of October. Again, we've got the ridge over Europe, we've got the trough in the Atlantic with the Jetstream diving southwards, and then we're pulling up this southerly flow, but we've still got some quite high pressure up over Greenland. Going through to Monday the 8th of October, this is a little bit different because we start then to build the ridge up actually over the British Isles. We've got a ridge of high pressure over Scandinavia. This will probably end up as one large area of high pressure sitting over the northwest of Europe. Not particularly warm because we're cutting off the southerly supply there by that point, so it'll be starting to cool down. This is probably quite an extended dry spell beginning to set up, but that's quite tentative, I think. Not sure we can take that too seriously. The GM, finally, the Canadian model, this is different, as it often is at the extended range, but we do have to take notice of it because it's quite a decent model. And for Friday the 5th of October, we're still bringing the low pressure in across the country, so we're not digging the Jetstream southwards. We're not getting the trough that's in the Atlantic like on the ECM and the JFS. We're still running the Jetstream in across the country. High pressure's trying to build over the continent, but it's much weaker, and we've still got relatively high pressure up to the north. Now running through, we can see that we do get the trough forming in the Atlantic, so that is the trough that the other models are picking up on by Saturday the 6th, but it's closer to us. We're not building the ridge over the continent as much, so this is still unsettled probably. This could actually be very wet really for some parts of the country. We've got weather front, can't see them, but we have got weather fronts here running through the country. That's probably quite a wet, very wet sort of situation. And then by the time we get through to Sunday the 7th, and Monday the 8th, which as far as we can go, 10 days away, the trough is still there in the Atlantic, but it's still close. It's still bringing up weather systems, so this is quite a wet and not particularly warm scenario from the Canadian model, although winds are still southerly, so it's not cold, but it's certainly nothing like the sort of situation that the other two major models are going for this morning. So it's still a bit tentative. It may not come off. With high pressure over Greenland does complicate this pattern quite a bit. But there's just a chance that for a few days at the end of the first week of September, say from around the 4th or 5th to around the 9th or 10th, we may see some warmer weather coming up from the south. That comes off, that'll be an Indian summer. An Indian summer technically is warm weather after cold weather. We've had quite a bit of cold weather in September, so this would be an Indian summer if it comes off, but it's quite tentative. We'll have to wait and see what models are showing tomorrow. I'll be doing a 7-day forecast tomorrow, so come back for that. That's all for now. Thanks for watching.